Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the maths class of Standard 6. Today we are continuing the chapter Playing with Numbers. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss about test for divisibility of numbers. Do you know, children, why we are using these divisibility rules? Because if we have to divide two numbers, then it will be more easy for us to identify that number is divisible by the other number by checking with these divisibility rules. Okay, here you can avoid the long division method and you can check it is divisible by that number or not. Okay, so here we are going to discuss the test for divisibility of numbers one by one. The first one is divisibility by 2. So there is a rule for divisibility by 2. The rule is if the number ends with 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, it is divisible by 2. Okay, look children, it's very easy for us to understand a number is divisible by 2 or not. Okay, what we have to check? We have to check the last position. That means we have to check the ones place digit. If that number, that digit is 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, then that whole number will be divisible by 2. Okay, for example, look at these example questions. That is 28, 54, 96. So 28 divided by 2. Is it divisible by 28 by 2? That we have to check, isn't it? Divisible by 2 means we can divide that number completely and we will get a remainder 0. So you have to check is 28 can be divided by 2 and we will get a remainder 0 or not. Okay, so the according to the rule you can check the ones place digit. If it is an even number, then it will be divisible, isn't it? So look here, in 28 the ones place digit is 8. So 8 is an even number and we know it is given in a rule also, that is 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, then it is divisible by 2, isn't it? So the number 28 is divisible by 2. The same way you can check in number 54. In the number 54, the digit 4 in one's place, that is the last digit is 4. So 4 is also an even number. So you can divide 54 by 2 without leaving any remainder. Okay, then 96. In the number 96, the number is ending with 6. According to our rule, this will be divisible by 2. Clear children? So here 28, 54 and 96 ends with 8, 4 and 6 respectively. Therefore, 28, 65 and 96 are divisible by 2. Clear children? This is the rule of divisibility of 2. Now we are moving to divisibility by 3. If the sum of the digits of any number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. Okay, what is it? If the sum of the digits of any number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. This is the divisibility rule of 3. Okay, for example, look at this number children, 429. Here you have to add all the digits. Okay, that is in the digits in this number is 4, 2 and 9, isn't it? So you add all these three digits together, that is 4 plus 2 plus 9. Then you will get the answer 15, isn't it? So now you have to check is that sum is divisible by 3 or not. If that is divisible by 3 and if that number can be divided and we will get the answer without leaving any remainder, then you can write as the given number is divisible by 3. Okay children? So here it is 15 is the sum. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. We can divide 15 by 3, isn't it? So here you can write the number 429 is divisible by 3. Clear children? Okay. Now we are moving to the next, that is divisibility by 4. The According to the rule, if the last two digits of any number are divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. If the last two digits of any number are divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. Okay, so if a 3-digit number is given you to answer, then look at this number. Give an example. Yes, so if the 3-digit number is given to answer, then you have to check the last two digits. That means ones place and tens place. So take that two digits and then divide that number by 4. If that is divisible, then that whole number will be divisible by 4. Clear, children? Look at this number 628. The last two digits are 2 and 8, isn't it? 2 and 8. We can take together as 28. So you check 28 is divisible by 4 or not. Yes, the number 28 comes in 4's table, isn't it? At 7 times 7 fours are 28. So it is divisible. Now, which shows the whole number, that is 628, is divisible by 4. Clear, children? Okay. Now we are moving to divisibility by 5. If the digit in the ones place of a number is 5 or 0, then it is divisible by 5. It's very simple. That is, if the ones place digit is 5 or 0, then that number will be divisible by 5. So, for example, look at the number 95. 95 is ends in 5, isn't it? Therefore, 95 is divisible by 5. If I am taking a number 90, there the 90 ends at 0, isn't it? So, that number is also divisible by 5. Clear, children? Okay. Now look at another example. It is given here 680. The number 680 ends in 0. Therefore, 680 is divisible by 5. Now the next, divisibility by 6. Divisibility by 6. If a number is divisible by 2 and 3, then that number is divisible by 6. So children, to check the divisibility of 6, you have to check the divisibility of that number by 2 and 3, both. If both are satisfying, then that number will be divisible by 6. Look at this example, 246. Here you have to check this number 246 is divisible by 2 or not. That means you know the number, if the number is ends with an even number, then that number will be divisible by 2, isn't it? So here the number is ending with 6. So 6 is an even number. So it will be divisible by 2, isn't it? So the first part is over. We already checked that and we found that this given number is divisible by 2. Now we have to check this number is divisible by 3 or not. Okay, we know according to the rule, to check the divisibility of 3, you have to add all these digits in a number together, and if that sum is divisible by 3, then this whole number will be divisible by 3, right? So add 2 plus 4 plus 6. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12. So you check 12 is divided by 3 or not. That is, 12 is divisible by 3, isn't it? 4 threes are 12, isn't it? So it is divisible by 3. So here you got the number 246 is divisible by both 2 and 3. So we can conclude from this as the number 246 is divisible by 6. Okay, this shows that 246 is divisible by 2 and 3. Therefore, 246 is divisible by 6. Clear, children? Okay. Now the next rule, that is divisibility by 8. Okay, divisibility by 8. The rule is, a number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last three digits is divisible by 8. Okay, a number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last three digits is divisible by 8. Just before we learned the divisibility of 4, isn't it? What was that? That is, if the last two digit of a number is divisible by 4, then that number will be divisible by 4, isn't it? In here, in this divisibility rule of 8, you have to check the last three digits. Okay, if the last three digits are divisible by 8, then that number, the whole number will be divisible by 8. So look at this number, children. 2544. This is the given number. So here you have to check the last three digits. That means ones, tens and hundreds. All the three places you have to take. Here that is 544. So you check 544 is divisible by 8 or not. You just divide 544 by 8. If then if you are getting the answer without leaving any reminder, then you can write that this whole number, that is 2544, is also divisible by 8. Clear, children? When you will divide 544, you will get an answer 68. Then that is we can completely divide that number. Therefore, this number, given number 2544, is divisible by 8. So this is the way to check the divisibility of the number 8. Clear, children? Okay. Now the next is divisibility by 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. So to check the divisibility of 9, you have to add all the given digits. You have to add all the given digits in that number and then check that answer, that sum is divisible by 9 or not. Okay, we know in the same way we learned one rule, isn't it? For which number? Yes, for the division of the number 3, isn't it? We added all the given digits and we checked that sum is divisible by 3 or not, then that will be divisible by 3. So here in 9, also we are adding all the given digits and we are checking that sum is divisible by 9 or not. If that is divisible, then the whole number will be divisible by 9. Look, children, here in this number 42,471. So you add all the digits, 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus and plus 1. You will get the answer 18. Okay, we know 18 divided by 9 is 2. Isn't it? 9 twos are 18. So it is divisible. So we can write, therefore, 42,471 is divisible by 9. Okay, children? This is about the divisibility rule of 9. Now, divisibility by 10. The rule is a number is divisible by 10 if it ends with a 0. Okay, it's very simple. If a number ends with 0, then we can divide that number by 10. Otherwise, we cannot divide that number by 10. Clear, children? So, a number is divisible by 10 if it ends with a 0. So, look at this example question, 1570. Here this number is ends with 0. So, here we can write this, therefore this number is divisible by 10. Clear, children? Is it easy? Yes. Now the next rule is divisibility by 11. That is, a number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sums of the alternate digits is 0 or a multiple of 11. Okay, children, so everyone read it carefully. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference means you have to take this, you have to do the subtraction, isn't it? The difference of the sums of the alternate digits is 0. sums of the alternate digits, okay, or a multiple of 11. So look children, I will explain with the use of example. Look at this one, this question, that is 9724. So here you have to add the alternate number. Alternate number means if you are taking the first number, then you take the you cannot take the next one, you can take the another number. That means if you are taking the thousands place number, then we will skip the next one, that is hundreds place number, then we will take the tens place number. Okay, that is the alternate places, alternate places. Okay, so 9 and 2, you can add 9 and 2. Then in this number, the other alternate places are 7 and 4, the numbers which we already skipped, that numbers you can add together. Okay, so you will get an answer. Okay, clear children? So in the given number, you have to take the sum of alternate places. So start from the left side. The first one is 9 and we are skipping the next one, and then we are taking the next one, that is 2. So 9 plus 2 you add, you will get answer 11. Now the numbers which we skipped already, that you can take and add, that is 7 plus 4, that we got as 11. Now you have to take the difference of these two numbers. Okay, that means these two sums, that is we got 11 in the first one and 11 in the second one. So 11 minus 11, 11 minus 11 is 0, isn't it? So this difference between these two sums is 0. So according to the rule, it is given if the difference of the sums of the alternate digits is 0 or a multiple of 11. Here we got it as 0, isn't it? So it is divisible by 11. Therefore, you can write 9724 is divisible by 11. So let's check one more example. Children, look at this question. It's 45,958. We know we have to take the alternate places and add that. Okay, so start from the leftmost side. 10,000 place digit is 4. Now you can 4, you can skip the next place, then take the other one, that is 9. So 4 plus 9, then skip the next place and take the other. So you can skip 5, you can take 8. So 4 plus 9 plus 8, that is 21. You got the answer. Okay. Now you add the skipped numbers, that is 5 and 5. The hundreds place digit and tens place digit, both we skipped already. So that numbers you can add together and you got an answer 10. 5 plus 5, 10. Okay. Now what to do? You have to take the difference of the sum of these alternate places. That means you have to take the difference of 21 and 10. 21 minus 10 is 11. The number 11 is a multiple of 11, isn't it children? We know the multiples of 11 means 11 into 1, 11 into 2, 11 into 3, 11 into 4. That all. That is 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, like that. If any one of these numbers you are getting, then that number will be divisible by 11. Clear? If this difference is 0, then it is also divisible by 11. And if you are getting a multiple of 11, then also it will be divisible by 11. Clear children? This is the divisibility rule of number 11. So here we can conclude. Therefore, 45,958 is divisible by 11. Okay children? Alright, so everyone study these all divisibility rules very well, and you just memorize and you study this rules by heart, these rules. Okay children? Alright, so now we are moving to some homeworks. So you can copy all these notes to your notebook, and after that you can try to answer playing with numbers exercise 3.3 questions. Okay, it's all are based on divisibility rules. So everyone study the rules first. After that you try to answer the rest of these questions given in exercise 3.3. Okay children? All right, so I'm winding up for today. Thank you.